Can I tell you a word I wish we heard more often in business? Not strategy, not execution, not productivity. The word is stewardship. You know, I've been thinking about that word for a long time. And I've come to believe that if we truly understand and understood stewardship, we become better leaders, better parents, better business owners, and probably better neighbors. Because stewardship changes the question. Instead of asking, what do I own? It asks, what has been entrusted to my care? That's a very different way to live.
He's not just a coach, he's a leader of leaders. With over 50 years of real-world experience, he's helped business owners double their profits, build leaders from within, and reclaim their time.
A mentor, an author, and a chief reinvention officer who's guided thousands to lead with clarity, confidence, and impact. Please welcome Henry Chidgey.
When I mentor leaders, I often notice something. Many of them carry enormous responsibility, but they think of that responsibility as ownership. My company, my employees, my customers, my success. I understand why we say those things. I've said them to myself. But over the years, my thinking has changed. I've come to believe we really don't own much of anything. We're temporary caretakers. We have an opportunity to leave something better than we found it. That's stewardship. If you're carrying the responsibility of leading people, I've created a free resource I think you'll find helpful. It's called Get Calm, Clear Leadership in 14 Days Without Overthinking Every Hard Conversation. There's a link right here below, and you'll find it free at go.henrychidgey.com. Now I'd like to tell you why this idea became so important to me. A story from the Lone Tree Ranch. When Mary and I found Lone Tree Ranch, we weren't just buying a piece of Texas. We were accepting responsibility for it. The truths, the trees, the wildlife, the lakes, the trails, the history. And one day, long after we're gone, someone else will walk that same land. I never want to be remembered simply because I owned it. I'd rather be remembered because I cared for it well. You know, the more time I've spent walking that ranch, the more I've realized leadership works exactly the same way. Organizations don't belong to us forever. Neither do positions. Neither do titles. They're entrusted to us for a season. The question isn't whether we possess them. The question is whether we improve them while they're in our care. That idea changed the way I make decisions. When I thought like an owner, I naturally asked, what's best for me? When I began thinking like a steward, the questions became different. What's best for the organization? What's best for the people? What's best 5 years from now? What's best after I'm no longer here? You see, stewardship stretches your time horizon. It reminds you that your legacy isn't measured by what you accumulated. It's measured by what you left behind. One of the greatest privileges in my life is mentoring leaders who genuinely want to leave their organizations better than they found them. If that's your desire, I'd be honored to spend some time with you. You'll find a link below to schedule a leadership mentoring session. Sometimes one thoughtful conversation changes the direction of a company. What stewardship looks like. Stewardship means telling the truth when it's uncomfortable. It means developing people instead of simply using their talents. It means protecting culture even when nobody's watching. It means making decisions your grandchildren would be proud of. I've noticed something over the years. The finest leaders I've known rarely talk about their authority. They talk about their responsibility. They understand that leadership wasn't something they possessed. It's something they'd been trusted with. That's a subtle but profound difference. It changes everything. Another reflection is, as I get older and at this part of my life, I think about legacy a little differently. When I was younger, I probably thought legacy was about accomplishments. Today, I think legacy is about people. Did the people around me become wiser? Did they become stronger? Did they become more capable of leading after our paths crossed? If the answer is yes, then in my scorebook, I have lived a life well lived. So here's a question I'd leave with you. What has been entrusted to your care? Your family, your team, your company, your community? Now, ask yourself one more question. When your season of leadership is over, will those things be better because you were there? If this conversation challenged your thinking, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe and share it with another leader. Every week we gather here for a fireside conversation about leadership, wisdom, and living with purpose. And before you go, don't forget to download my free guide about Get Calm, Clear Leadership in 14 days at the link below, go.henrychidgey.com. I'd like to leave you with this thought. Leadership isn't measured by what you control. It's measured by what you faithfully steward. Until next time, take care of your people. Take care of what has been entrusted to you and leave it better than you found it.